So back in the days before people used to think that I looked like Michael McIntyre, they used to say that I was a spitting image of Ronnie Corbett. And so I thought I would try a Ronnie Corbett style monologue for today's times, just for the hell of it. Because I've just heard that in his last full day of office, President Trump has decided to make a decree to outlaw kayaks across America. Apparently, they are fake canoes. And he's also going to ban low alcohol beer. Fake booze. Poor old Donald. It's his last full day in office and he's, got a bit of a sore throat from screaming down the phone at election officials. What's wrong with you people? As you can see, I don't do impressions. The only time I've done an impression is when the Mitcham Rugby Club front row collapsed on top of me, squashing me into the mud. They're a simple bunch, front row. I think it was their idea of flattening the curve. Actually, now I come to think of it, I can do one impression. During the lockdown, I've worked out how to do a remarkable impression of somebody actually working from home. 8:59, set the alarm, send 3 emails, go back to bed. But anyway, back to Trump, losing his voice, shouting down the phone, "Stop the steal! Find the votes! What's wrong with you people?" And fair play to the lone official who stayed calm and replied, "I'm sorry, sir. Many men at your age find it difficult to maintain an election." I bet he's on the golf course now with his caddy just croaking, "Give me a 4-iron." And the caddy can't quite hear him and goes, "Pardon?" "Certainly," says Trump. "I can grant you one if you're quick. $1 million to the re-election fund and you're sorted." I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk too much about the news and global politics. It's so depressing. It's got so bad that I have to cheer myself up every day by taking a short walk to Croydon. And for a special treat, I might pop in to the designer section of Peacocks in Penge. Mrs. Gage has been complaining about the news too. It's so boring and repetitive. It's like an apocalyptic roll call at Camberwick Green. It's just Zoom, Zoom, vaccine and Zoom, COVID, Brexit, Trump. Surely there must be some other things going on. Mrs. Gage has been very busy recently sorting out all the problems around our block of flats. She's set up a WhatsApp group for all the neighbours and helps report problems to the Housing Association. She had a call this morning from one of our neighbours, true story. He rang up and said, Sue, you've got to help me. I've got no lighting, no electrics, no heating. I'm just sitting on the sofa here with nothing on." She said, "Any more of that sort of behaviour and I'm calling the police." She is very stressed. We've got our grown-up son living with us. He's a professional skateboarder. I say professional, he skateboards all day long and the government pays him a universal credit. I'm not complaining, it's great having a millennial about the place. I now survive on a diet entirely made up of avocado, tofu and moaning about not owning property. He's a great chef and cooked us a lovely lunch today. It was mushroom pasta. A little bit got stuck in my teeth and I complained a little and he said, "Oh, it's meant to be like that, you idiot. It's literally al dente." But back to what I wanted to talk about, which was that she's fed up with the news, Mrs. Gage, but she's discovered in the darkest reaches of the internet there's been a spate of recent killings of sheep around the country. It's a real story. Apparently, people are dragging their dogs into unknown parts of the countryside that they haven't been to before, and they're losing them and they're attacking sheep and killing them. And it's really sad for the sheep farmers. And in Wales, there are some men who are deeply heartbroken. But why, says Mrs. Gage, why is the broadcast media not covering this important story affecting the livelihoods of all these poor farmers? I hate to break it to her, but maybe no one's paying attention because they just think it's fake news.